Good morning, friends. Our learning target for today is I can solve a word problem using multiplication. I will know I have it when I use the cube strategy and my 2x1 multiplication strategies to solve. So if you remember from yesterday, we took 2-digit numbers and we multiplied them by 1-digit numbers, and we talked about some different strategies that we could use to solve that type of a problem. Today we're going to look at the exact same types of problems, except we're going to also be looking at them in word problems. Alright, so our first word problem is Dominic can make 5 snowballs in 1 minute. How many snowballs can he make in 25 minutes? I know our cube strategy says that I need to circle the important numbers first, and then I need to underline the question. How many snowballs can he make in 25 minutes? I need to put a box around any important math words. And I remember from before that important math words are not necessarily a word that I would just hear in math class, but they are words that kind of give me clues as to what's going on in the story. So Dominic can make, that's important because we know he's making something, and 5 snowballs in 1 minute, and that's important because that's telling me that in one group or 1 minute he can make 5 snowballs. And how many snowballs, that's important, can he make in 25 minutes? So that's really important as well. So I know in 1 minute he's making those 5 snowballs, but we want to know how many he can make in 25 minutes, or those 25 groups. Well, I know when we're talking about groups of something, we're talking about multiplication. So in one group or 1 minute, he can make 5 snowballs, but how many can he make in 25 minutes or 25 groups? And that's what we want to solve to find out. I don't know about you. Even though he's making 5, as we said before, in 1 minute or one group, and we want to know how many he is making in 25 minutes, I don't know about you, but 25 circles with 5 things in each circle, that's a lot of circles, and that's going to take a lot of time. But I know earlier this week my teacher taught me the commutative property of multiplication, and that says that I can switch the order of my factors and I will still get the same answer. So I'm going to erase my one group of 5, and I already took the time to rewrite my problem. I am going to draw my 5 groups this time, and I am going to put 25 in each of those groups. That is much better because I can make a connection now. I know that a quarter is worth 25 cents, so I can skip count by 25s to find my total. So I can say 25, 50, 75, $1 or 100, 125. That was much easier. So 5 times 25 is 125. Or 125 times 5 is still 125. Okay, so here's another problem. Miss Vick bought 4 pizzas for a party. If each pizza had 12 slices, how many slices of pizza did Miss Vick buy? So we're going to start with the first step of our cube strategy, where we're going to circle the important numbers. Miss Vick bought 4 pizzas for a party. If each pizza had 12 slices, how many slices of pizza did Miss Vick buy? Our next strategy is going to be to underline the question. If each pizza had 12 slices, how many slices of pizza did Miss Vick buy? And then we are going to put a box around the important math words, which once again don't have to be just words that we're going to use in math class. They're just words that are helping us understand this math story. Miss Vick bought 4 pizzas for a party. Each pizza, that's important, has 12 slices, And we want to know how many slices Miss Fick bought altogether. So I'm hearing that there are 4 pizzas, and there's 12 slices in each of those pieces, in each one of those pizzas. So our problem is 4 times 12, because I could draw my 4 pizzas, and I could put 12 slices in each one of those pizzas and skip count to find my answer. We also learned, though, a strategy yesterday where we can rewrite the order of my factors, 12 times 4, and we can use the break apart strategy where I take the value of my 1, and I know it's not really a 1, it's worth 10, and I can multiply that by 4, and I can also take the value of my 2, which is really just 2, and multiply it times the value of the other factor, and then I can add those two together to get my total. And so I know 10 times 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 2 times 4 is 8, so 40 plus 8 is 48, but just to be sure, let's skip count by 12s up here. 12, 24, 36, 48. This also equals 48. So Miss Fick must have bought 48 slices of pizza. Let's go ahead and try one more problem. So Maddie has 45 chickens. If each chicken lays 3 eggs, how many eggs will she have? Let's start by circling the important numbers. Maddie has 45 chickens. If each chicken lays 3 eggs, how many eggs will she have? Let's go ahead and underline our question. How many eggs will she have? And put a box around our important words. Each is always important because it's telling me that there are groups of something. And how many eggs will she have? That's important because I need to know the total number. So she has 45 chickens. Each tells me that each one of those things or each one of those groups has a certain number. Each chicken has 3 eggs. How many does she have in all? I know to draw 45 groups, that would be a lot of groups to draw. So I'm going to rewrite my problem, and I'm going to make it 3 groups of 45, just to make it a little bit easier. And here are my 3 groups, and I'm just going to write the number in each group, and then I can add them up to find my answer. I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm going to regroup that as 110. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So I've used those two. 90 plus 45 for my last group. 0 plus 5 is 5. 9 plus 4 is 13. So my total is 135. You can also use our break apart strategy, where you set the problem up as 45 times 3. I'm going to break my digits apart by their value. So the 4 is really worth 40. And my 5 is still worth 5. And I'm going to find my answer. 40 times 3 is 120. 5 times 3 is 15. When I add those two numbers together, 120 plus 15, 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 0 is 1. I found the same answer. Maddie has 135 eggs. Don't be afraid. You can absolutely use either one of my strategies, whether it's drawing the groups and adding them together or using the break apart method. Pick the strategy that works best for you, the one that you prefer.